Assalamu alaikum. If you are someone who struggles with mental health, I want you to know that your struggle does not mean you have low Iman. Your struggle is not because you don't pray enough, or you should make more dua, or you should read more Quran. There's a common misconception in our community that struggling with mental health is equivalent to having weaker faith. But that's not the case at all, and in fact, Islam has always left room for the importance of mental health, but maybe we just never thought about it. Let's think about the lives of all of our prophets and the major calamities that they were struck with throughout their lives. Let's start with the example of Sayyidina Yaqub alayhi salam. He spent decades grieving over his son Yusuf alayhi salam. He cried hatta biyaddat aynah, until he lost his sight. But he was a prophet. No one ever questioned his Iman. No one ever said that what he was doing and that his grief was a sign of weaker faith. Let's move on to the seerah of the Prophet alayhi salam and his life. In the Prophet's life, there is an entire year that is called Aam al-Huzn, the year of sadness. That was the year in which the Prophet ﷺ lost two of his closest companions ever. First one being his first wife, Sayyidah Khadija radiallahu anha, and the second being his uncle Abu Talib. There is no question that was an extremely tough time for the Prophet ﷺ. But suffering with pain, grief, loss, or anything along those lines is never equivalent to weaker Iman. There are many people out there who are really close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have a really strong Iman, but still struggle with mental health. But our religion does not ever deny that this dunya is imperfect and will always be. This dunya is darus shaqa, and so you will suffer. Even the happiest times of your life, there will be certain problems. There will be things that are imperfect. There will always be things that you want or problems that you want to fix. Because at the end of the day, this isn't paradise. We were promised that this dunya would be imperfect so that we would value the idea of paradise in the end. The whole point is your struggle is valid, and your struggle doesn't mean that you are weaker in faith and that you are further from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In fact, this struggle might even be your test. We're all tested with things that we value in our lives. Some of us are tested with our health, some of us are tested with our families, some with our finances, and so on. This might just be the one thing that you are being tested with. So as much as I will tell you to have sabr and to seek closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and try to maintain that to the best of your ability, it is also important to seek help as you see fit in this dunya. Don't ever question your Iman or question your faith because of something like that, but let it draw you closer to your religion and make you stronger in your faith.